According to the Journal of Research on Libraries and Young Adults, a common content trend in young adult literature is the theme of journeys. This theme is identified to be present when a character in the work embarks on either a literal or physical quest or a metaphorical journey, during which time they overcome a large mental, emotional, or spiritual challenge in his or her life. The theme of journey is present in the novel I'll Be There by Holly Goldberg Sloan. The main character, Sam, embarks on both a physical and emotional journey throughout this story. He has been forced to be on the run his entire life because of his felonious father. Then one fateful day he meets Emily, a girl that helps him to realize the possibility of a better life for him and his brother Riddle. According to the author's website, Sam Border wishes he could escape, but there's nowhere for him to run and nothing besides his little brother to care about. He has lived his whole life in the back of a truck, under the threat of his criminal father, and then Sam sees Emily Bell. That's when everything changes. Here's an excerpt from the book that refers to Sam and Emily's first connection with each other. She could not really sing. That was just a fact. But it was also a fact that she was riveting. She was raw and exposed and not really hitting the notes right, but she was singing to him. Why him? He wasn't imagining it. The girl with the long brown hair had her small hands held tight at her sides, and maybe because of how bad she was, or because she was staring right at him and seemed to be singing right to him, he couldn't look away. She was saying she'd be there. But no one was ever there. That's the way it was. Who was she to tell him such a thing? It was intimate and suddenly painful. Not just for her, but now for him. Very painful. Another novel that presents journey as a theme is Rapture Practice. This is the true story of Aaron Hartzler and his teenage journey to find his true self without hurting the family who loves him. According to his website, it's a story about losing your faith, finding your place, and learning your very own truth, which is always stranger than fiction. Rapture Practice is the story of a boy named Aaron who grew up in a very religious household with a family who anxiously awaits the rapture. When he is little, he cannot wait to be whisked into the clouds with Jesus. But when he turns 16, Aaron realizes that he is curious about all the things he has been taught to forsake in the name of the Lord, such as seeing movies and listening to rock music. He exchanges his hopes for the rapture for an exploration of life and finds that he is not who his parents wanted him to be. Throughout his journey, Hartzler finds that it is possible for two opposing belief systems to coexist. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart is another novel that establishes a theme of journey. The main character, Cadence Sinclair, is a 17-year-old girl who is having a difficult time remembering the circumstances leading up to her traumatic brain injury 2 summers ago. She typically spends her summers on her grandfather's private island called Beechwood, where she has grown up with her cousins Mirren and Johnny, as well as her aunt's husband's nephew, Gat, with whom she becomes romantically involved. After spending 1 summer in Europe away from the island, she returns to try to piece together the details of the incident that has caused her to lose her memory. With the help of the liars, she is able to remember family feuding over money and inheritances, as well as all of the children being used as pawns to gain favor. She remembers the plan that she and the liars hatched to solve the feuding, and thus recovers her memory to find what really happened those 2 summers ago. This last work that explores the theme of journey is the classic novel called The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. This is the story of a boy named Huck who has come into some money after finding a robber's stash of gold. Huck has recently been adopted by a woman named the Widow Douglas, as his drunken father, known as Pap, has abandoned him. Living with the Widow Douglas requires Huck to live in a respectable way, which he doesn't care for. Soon, Pap returns to town and demands that Huck give him the money. When he doesn't comply, Pap kidnaps Huck, holds him captive, and gives him regular beatings. Huck fakes his own death to escape and hides on an island in the middle of the Mississippi River. While staying on the island, Huck encounters and befriends a runaway slave named Jim. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is the story of Huck's journey to survive an intolerant and prejudiced society.
Created using Powtoon.